and me together, we could be anything, anything. We could be. We could be anything, anything. You and me together, we could be anything, anything. We could be.
would you do to get to me? What would you say to have it wait? Would you give up or try again? If I hesitate to let you in, would you be yourself or play a role? Tell all the boys or keep it low. If I say no, would you turn away? Play me off or would you stay? Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. I'm into you, you're into me, but I can let it go so easily. Until I see where this could be eternally, but just a week. Chemistry, it's on the chain. It's perfect now, but will it change? The sending hits, leaves empty note. Just do the same and see how it goes. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. I wanna throw it all away and might be shy on the first day with the buzz the next day. Don't wanna throw it all away and I'll be back in on the first day with the buzz the next day. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. That's just so long for trying again. You can dust it off for trying again, trying again. Oh, you don't succeed. Oh, you don't succeed. Just hold on. Been to places that I'll never go. Seen some faces that I'll never know. I keep dancing, but it's just for show. Whoa. Look up at the sky full of stars. Close my eyes, I only see the dark. Tell myself I wanna seize the night. Alright, and we walk this road together, and I still feel like I'm alone. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Together, but I still feel like I'm alone. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. And we walk this road forever, and I can never find a home. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Just hold on, just hold on, keep holding on. Just hold on. Can never find a home. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on.
I don't wanna see the way you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, I still spin inside your orbit. Yeah. You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you'll stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck. Put me on where you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. Call my name, you understand. I wanna stay, 'cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck. Put me on where you understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. I wanna leave, you understand. I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. I wanna see you while you fall apart. Even though you told me to get back your heart, still spinning inside your orbit. I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you'll stop and make me have to stay, 'cause I'm floating in your orbit. Pull me back, take my 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. That's my luck. Grip me all day. You understand. There's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand. I wanna leave. You understand. I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Pull me back, take my hand, call my name. You understand, I wanna stay. 'Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Cause I don't wanna walk away. Feeling like I got some vertigo. Should I jump, should I stay, or baby, should I go? You know that I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Saying I should not be looking down. Looking left, looking right, up, down, you're all around. You know that I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Not sure where you and I really are. Are we right, are we wrong, or have we gone too far? You know that I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Saying I should keep my eyes on you. Is it trust, is it lost, or do I have to choose? You know that I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Oh baby, I'm falling for you. Sacrifice was not in vain. Till I did
I just want to move on, so I have got to be strong. I know I have to go on, that's why. And now I know what to do, although I know it hurts you, but I just can't follow through. I've got to let go of you, I've got to let go. I've got to let go of you, I got to let go. I've got to let go of you, I've got to let go of you. Got to let go of you, I've got to let go.
Hello and good evening everybody, welcome. It's Sunday evening, which means we're back again for your latest and sadly last ever Big Tonbridge online pub quiz. I hope you're all well, I hope you're all doing okay, and here we are. We've got some moving images behind me. I figured, it's our last quiz, well, sort of last quiz, so I figured I'll bang the old happy Tonbridge on behind me just to keep us all, happy, as it were. Right. We've got nobody in the feed yet. I was expecting lots and lots of you to be jumping in, but absolutely nobody in the feed. But that's absolutely fine. If you're watching this, there are three little dots. If you can't see a chat, click on those three little dots and magically the chat will appear. And just like Batman and Catwoman, who are always the first, you will jump into the chat and you can join in. Now tonight we need to have a good chat, don't we? Because it is our last quiz. We've been doing this since April. And I think it's 12 or 13 quizzes we've done with you now, and it is going to be our final one tonight, sort of. We're going to talk about stuff at the end, all right? So I will say this to you guys. We're going to have a nice, fun hour or so, and then at the end, please don't log off while I'm still yapping away, because I have got loads and loads of things to talk about at the end, which I want to get over to you, including maybe a bit of a reveal, something we're going to reveal to you at the end as well. So then, Batman and Catwoman, who are very sad tonight, and it is very nice of you to say that sort of thing. I mean, it's awful that you're saying that you're sad, but it just shows that these quizzes that we decided to do, because of my little sister Lindsay, who's playing tonight, have, hit home and helped people through lockdown. But we are coming out of lockdown in the UK. Let's hope we don't go back into one, but we are coming out. So, it's time to sort of bring things to a head. But this will not be the end, I will say that. And like I say, we'll talk about that towards the end. Good evening to Carol and Darren and Fiona and Amy and Graham, one of our regular donors as well. Let's move over to the scores from last week and show you how you did. So this was your penultimate quiz last week, and it was Sam Pham that led the way, but look at how close it was. Just one correct answer got Sam Pham the win, with Chalice and Chalice coming in second. Titanic Deck Chair Attendant, who led for a vast majority of the quiz, they had 111 as well. Steady Eddie had 111, and those three were separated purely on who answered the final question the quickest. Horror number 3 came in right at the death, excuse the pun, into 5th place. And well done to everybody else that managed to get into the top 10 last week. It's always hard to get into the top 10 because, well, let's have a look. At the moment, we've got 60 players, which is fine. That will go up by at least 100 or so. So to get into the top 10, you're beating at least 140 or 150 players. So it's quite a task to get into the top 10, but well done to you if you manage it. So let's have a look at the point scoring, because we did change the point scoring a little bit, and I've decided to head over to the Angel Ground to Longmead, and some of you might recognise this game. It's quite a famous game, one of our biggest crowds ever. I must stop watching it. Right, let's talk about the scoring. The scoring tonight. Correct answer gets you 3 points, and incorrect answer gets you a big fat 0. There's no speed bonus, which if you're playing for the first time, we used to have a speed bonus, which meant that the fastest 3 people answering any particular question, they would get a speed bonus. 3, 2 and 1 points for the fastest. No, we don't do that anymore because we accidentally left it out one week and everybody really, really enjoyed it without the speed bonus. So we've decided to keep it in. I've still got 10 seconds to answer normal questions, but please ignore that. We've kept it at 15 for you guys for your final quiz to give you plenty of time to think about it. So all questions will have 15 seconds to answer. Some questions do have multiple answers, which means that you'll get one question and there will be 3 possible answers out of 5. So there'll be 5 multiple choice options, and you've got to go for 3 answers to get points for every single one of those correct answers. And we also have some questions which we call first letter, and they're still multiple choice questions, but we only put one possible letter. So what you have to do is know the answer. So let's say if we had a really easy question, what's the capital of Germany? If it said A, B, C, D, you would go for B for Berlin, okay? Thank God I got that one right. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Now, it's very easy to play along. We have got lots of new people coming in tonight, but trust me, your handsets are very self-explanatory as you go through this. All you've got to know is it's multiple choice, and you can guess all the way, all right? So, Lowestoft have just scored, so I think we should click off and talk about some prizes, because we don't want to see people scoring against Tonbridge. Right, winner's prize tonight, and we will say thank you profusely to the wonderful Garth down at the George and Dragon pub in the heart of Tonbridge, one of our oldest pubs in the town, and they have been with us almost from week 1. I think they came in actually week 2, and Garth very quickly said, look, let me help you out every single week, and so we decided to just make it the overall winner's prize. So it's been a real, you know, a real sort of rite of passage for people to get this Prosecco delivered to their home. I love the fact that every time someone wins it, they take a picture and send it to me, and you tonight will win that hallowed bottle of Prosecco delivered to your home by Garth sometime next week, probably Monday or Tuesday, providing you're in the TM postcode area, so Tonbridge surrounding area. Garth will bring that out to you. And as I say every week, there are other pubs in our hometown other than Wetherspoons. Please frequent them. I'm not advocating heavy drinking or anything like that, but what I will say is, if you are going out for a lunch or a beer or whatever, you know, try your local pub. Don't head down to Wetherspoons. Come on, there's such great pubs in our town, and sadly lots of great ones have closed over recent years, and we've got to keep these local pubs alive, because they are the heart of the community, and as you can see, George and Dragon is one of them. Now look, we have got loads of prizes, so you're going to have to bear with me, but this is good for you guys because we've got so much to tell you. So tonight, it's not just the winner, it's the top 5 that are going to get a prize. The top 5, and that's thanks to Cake Life. Cake Life, who have been with us a few times, have decided, instead of giving one prize of a cake, that they will do a box of 6 cupcakes in mixed flavours, and there are 4 boxes to be won, and we will reward the people that finish in 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th tonight. 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. And Cake Life, now I was talking to Claire, who is at Cake Life, who makes wonderful cakes. You may have seen the one that we posted on our Facebook page for the young lad that whose mum had won it. He had a birthday cake. She's also said that they are specialising in cakes such as sorry your wedding didn't take place, or sorry you had a crap birthday, or something like that because of COVID. So if you want to send someone a fun cake, you know, if they've got an anniversary that they can't celebrate or couldn't celebrate, or something that had to be cancelled, that's quite a nice idea, isn't it? Send them a cake. Cake Life can help you out. All their details are right there. Instagram, Cake Life Claire, and just Cake Life on Facebook. But please look them up and support your local businesses. And we've got lots of local businesses in here tonight. As I say, bear with us. So many prizes. Jarvis Beauty have been with us before, and they're back again tonight. So thank you very much to Jarvis Beauty. Lots of wonderful products that come all the way from France. They're paraben free and not tested on animals, and they on their website, if you want to register, you can get 10% off your first order, and they do exclusive offers if you register free as well. And please look them up at jarvisbeauty.com and on Facebook at Jarvis Beauty, and you'll win 4 items from Jarvis Beauty if you finish in 25th place tonight, and that will be delivered to you. I did have to point out, actually, just going back to the cupcakes, they do need to be picked up, but they are in the heart of Tonbridge. But if you win, you just pop along, a bit like our Waitrose prize, which we won't have tonight, but the Waitrose prize we've had in the past, you need to just pop along and pick it up. So that will be the case of the cupcakes, but Jarvis Beauty will deliver to you as well. So support your local businesses, and you should be supporting this guy as well, because this guy has been with us almost from the start. So thank you very much to Graham at Sports GB Massage, or Sports Massage GB, should I say, for supporting us again almost right from the beginning, and lots of very happy people that have received this prize. If you finish in 50th place tonight, you will get a 1-hour massage with Graham. He works in Bibra. He can visit you if you're local as well to do it at home, and you know, what you get is completely up to you, completely and utterly up to you. So you can go for a sports massage or something more holistic. So thank you so much to Graham for supporting us for all this time. And then we've got something incredibly special, and this is something we've never kind of given away before, but look at what we have here. Local author and artist Shannon J. Mulver, who some of you may know. She is a local lady. She has decided to publish her first book. She spent 2 years on it. She has illustrated it. She has written it as well. I'm just going to refresh our YouTube feed there because it's just stopping. So let's just quickly refresh that and it will appear. So 75th place tonight is going to win, and it only launched 2 days ago, a signed first edition of her very first book called Sid and Biscuit Bear. And what's more, she's going to include an original watercolor illustration, which you can see in the picture, which is actually featured in the book. Okay, so this is her first book. It will be signed. It can be dedicated to you if you like. It can be delivered to you, hopefully in Tonbridge, if you are in Tonbridge. Otherwise, we'll see if we can arrange posting if you're outside Tonbridge. But what just a brilliant prize. A signed first edition of her first book, plus an original watercolour. And if you want to support local talent, please look up SJ Mulver, her pen name, and you can look up Sid and Biscuit Bear on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and you can also order it from most bookstores as well. So well done, Shannon, for 2 years hard work, which has finally come to fruition, and there is your hard work for everybody to see. Sid and Biscuit Bear is now a real book, and it's out there, so well done to you. We haven't finished. We've got more prizes, so much to give away. Personal Touch are back. Personal Touch Kent, your local independent mortgage broker and protection specialist. And thank you to Neil, who's organised this. 100th place this evening, nice and simple. You're not going to win any mortgage broking, as it were, but you will win from them a £20 gift voucher for B&Q. A number of you have won this prize because they have been a regular donor on a number of occasions. And thank you so much to Personal Touch Kent. Again, if you need any local independent mortgage broker advice, there's your details right there. Just look them up. Personal Touch Kent. They are also a supporter of Sustain, just like we are. And just when you think we've finished, oh no, there's one more prize to give away, and it's a brand new sponsor right in at the end. And what a wonderful little prize this is. If you finish in 125th place tonight, 125th place, look, I've got to refresh the feed again. There we go. You will win a boxed afternoon tea for 2 from A Spot of Tea, another little local company who provide pre-made teas to be delivered to you at home. It comes with everything you might need, from the tea bags to the cakes to the sandwiches and everything in between, and you will win a boxed afternoon tea for 2 from them. If you want to look them up and maybe order in yourself a little treat, their phone number is on the screen. You can look them up on Facebook at A Spot of Tea 16, and Instagram is A Spot of _tea. So please do support them. That would be lovely. That's all your prizes at the moment. Let's come back because so much is going on. We're probably going to start a little bit late tonight, but you know, so be it. Got the fuzz behind me, bless them. So look, loads and loads and loads of wonderful messages. There's so many I can't get through them. I will quickly say to my Auntie Celia, good evening to you, and my sister's in there as well, Litza, who's been with us right from the start. My pleasure, Fiona. It's been an absolute joy working with Sustain. We will talk about them in a second, and I'm going to be really honest, I didn't even know about Sustain until we started all of this, and again, it was my little sister Lindsay that suggested that we work with them, and you know, I've formed some friends there now, and we've got a lovely relationship, and I can't wait to go along and actually see them as well. Thank you, Hannah, for your kind words. The same, Marian, as well. It's been an absolute pleasure doing it, but look, we've still got one to go, so let's not get too sad yet. Let's talk about Sustain very quickly, and I want to show you what you guys have managed. So look, here's Sustain. We have raised so far £3,350 so far. For some reason our feed needs to be refreshed on every screen, so I'm just going to quickly do that for us because we want to be able to see you guys chatting. There it is. Let's just quickly refresh. Refresh, there we go. Right, Sustain, our local food bank based at Tonbridge Baptist Church. Before lockdown came in, so up until March, they were giving out 30 emergency food parcels every single week. That's gone up to around 80 now. We have provided them with £3,350 so far. Now, guys, listen, we're going to get 150 or 200 people playing tonight, I hope. Lots and lots of you playing. Listen, if you haven't made a donation yet and you've been playing all of these weeks, just give a quid, give a £2 if you can afford it. Give whatever you can afford to your local food bank because they are performing miracles and feeding people that are in absolute dire straits. So justgiving.com/fundraising/sustain food bank. If you have a good time tonight, the best way that you can thank me, guys, you know, these words are wonderful. The best way you can thank me, and I know a lot of you do this anyway, is just donate a couple of quid to Sustain. That's all I ask. I think that would be wonderful if you could do that. And well done, Sustain, for all your hard work. I have become a big fan of everything that you're doing, and I do follow you, you know, every single day on Facebook, looking at your new projects, looking at the amount of people you're feeding. I think you're just wonderful. So well done, guys. You just keep that up because you're an absolute credit to our town. Lots more people signing in. Good evening to Kevsey, who's coming in to play. He's a regular. I'm in the library all of a sudden. Steve, well done, mate, for joining us tonight. Claire, my pleasure again, you know, getting you through lockdown. I hope that you're starting to enjoy things now. Things are getting a little bit easier. I know we've got pop masks on and stuff, but you know, so be it. So for the final one, Rian's looking to try and beat the Wrens, Quisley Bears and Batman and Catwoman. You know, I love these little rivalries that you've all got. I think that's really, really cool. All right, now listen, I have got a few more things to talk about at the end of the quiz, so more than ever, please do not sign off at the end of the quiz. Please stay with me on this feed. You know, I just want to chat to you about a couple of things. I've got some stuff to reveal, some stuff to talk to you about, some stuff that maybe you'll like, some maybe you won't like it, I don't know, but I have got some stuff to talk to you about at the end. So Dan signed in as well. We'll say good evening to you. 153 players, that's bound to go up a little bit in due course. We're way past 8 o'clock now, so I think we should kick off. So remember, it is 50 back-to-back questions, everybody. You get 15 seconds to answer, 30 seconds between each and every question. Feel free to keep talking in this feed over here throughout the quiz, because I love hearing what you're chatting about. I love to converse with you. We've got just one recent news question, I think, and lots of questions about Tonbridge, or certainly related to Tonbridge in some way. All right, so we will head to our game screen. And here it is. For those of you not signed in at the moment, get to my quiz 48844 is your code this evening. Hopefully everybody's there. I am on the big bridge, and I think we should get started. Should we get started? Let's get started. All right, good luck, everyone. Here's your final quiz and your first question. Kanye West has officially launched his campaign for the 2020 US presidential election, but what is the name of his party? Birthday party, Diddy party, after party, or the White House party? So a little recent news question just to get you going. Some people calling it a bit of a publicity stunt. I think everything he does is a publicity stunt, really, isn't it? Okay, the birthday party is the correct answer here. Nobody really knew that one. Look, it's split right across all four. 26.8% of you getting it right. And our first early leader is Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, followed by the Bacons, the Dirty Duck, the Sofa Spuds, and Just a Mum, who's one of our all-time greats at this quiz. Just a Mum, nice to see you in the top 5 straight away at the beginning. And you guys are all tied. You're just separated at the moment on who answered that one quickest. Okay, here comes question number 2. Which of the following has a daughter called Olympia Lightning? Madonna, Usain Bolt, Steven Spielberg, or Bear Grylls? One of them has a daughter called Olympia Lightning. Which one? So 15 seconds to answer. Looks like well over 170 players, which is great to see. Maybe even more than that, actually. Yeah. Usain Bolt is the correct answer. Nice guessable question, really, isn't it? 66.3%. His girlfriend, Cassie Bennett, gave birth just in May, so a nice little baby for him. Les Quizarab now take the lead. The Dirty Duck second. Joe King has 6. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel has 6. EJ has 6. All tied, all separated purely on who answered quickest. Let's hope I don't get caught out with too many trick names like I did last week. Lots of sweary words last week. All accidental, I mean it. Here's question number 3. Which country has a name that translates as bearded ones? Montenegro, Kazakhstan, Barbados, or Mozambique? One of them translates as bearded ones. So that's a proper bit of trivia there for you. Let's have a look and see how you've answered. Time's up. Barbados is the correct answer. Lots of you going for Kazakhstan. I think you're just thinking of Borat and his beard. He's got a mustache though, isn't he? He hasn't got a beard. Barbados. Barbados in Portuguese or Spanish. However you pronounce it, it translates as the bearded ones. Still 100% record for our top 5. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, the Dirty Duck, Joe King, Just a Mum moves up to 4th. And Park Road players. I got you eventually. Next question. So first letter question. Look at the picture carefully. What is the name of this shop business at this location in Tonbridge? So we've taken out a shop or a business. Where that big red arrow is pointing, it begins with F-O-R or K. What is it? Probably helps if you're on a bit of a bigger screen here. But 57.8% of you knowing it is R. And fork was a little bit of a clue. R for Robert Dias. Robert Dias sits right there in between... I can't really see. I don't know what is in between. But anyway, it's right there. It's on the high street. It's right there. Les Quizarab, you've got 9. Joe King, 9. Just Your Mum, 69. The Dirty Duck, you've got 9. And Moomin, you've got 9. All of you guys with a 100% record as it stands. Here's your next question, number 5. Which country has won the Men's Field Hockey World Cup on the most occasions? Germany, Pakistan, Belgium, or India? Sporting question and a bit of a tricky one. Men's Field Hockey. Germany, Pakistan, Belgium, or India? The most successful at the World Cup. Who is it? Time's up. It's Pakistan. 27.3% of you getting that one right. They are the most successful team, having won the tournament 4 times. Netherlands and Australia have won it 3. Germany twice. Belgium and India have just won it the once. But 5 teams still in the top 5 with 100% records. So Joe King hits the front. Dirty Duck in second. Fudgery, good evening to you. Nozilla, good evening to you. You've all got 12, along with Just a Mum 85, and possibly a few more of you as well. So 5 down, and we haven't caught all of you out yet. Here's your next one, number 6. In 2005, who starred in the first video to reach 1 million views on YouTube? Tiger Woods, Ronaldinho, Justin Bieber, or Rebecca Black? So the first ever video to reach 1 billion viewers. Time is up. And let's see what you've gone for. All right, this has separated you all a little bit here because it was Ronaldinho, the footballer, 18.9%. It was a little mini film called Touch of Gold where he receives some golden football boots and then performs loads of tricks. It was quite a big deal at the time. But just to put that into context, the most viewed video on YouTube at the moment, 6.8 billion views, which is Despacito by Luis Fonsi. So there you go. What a long way we've come. All right, just 4 players now with a 100% record, and it's Joe King that still leads the way with 15. Number 7. What are the dimensions of the Mona Lisa? What are the dimensions of the Mona Lisa? Probably helps if you've been to the Louvre and seen it. Try and imagine in centimetres. How big is it? Tricky, tricky question. We have to have these tricky questions to catch you out because you guys are so good. It's 77 centimetres by 53 centimetres, and just the majority of you getting it, 34.5% of you going for that and getting it. And 3 teams now have a 100% record. I've got to be careful with these names. We've got Joe King, we've got Anna, and we've got Just a Mum 85, all on 18. Who's the Daddy 15, and Tarquin Biscuit Barrel 15. Someone else trying to catch me out with an awful, awful name. You are mean. Number 8. Electrophobia is the intense fear of what? Is it pencils, chickens, light bulbs, or dentists? Yeah, so I would say that some of these questions are a bit tougher tonight, but you know, you like it tough. Still got 3 people with a 100% record, and now it's only 2. Chickens is the correct answer here. Electrophobia is the intense fear of chickens, derived from the Greek elector, which means rooster. And Joe King and Just a Mum are still tied on 21 points. Actually, look at this. At some point, someone's got one wrong, because we've got 8 down, and they've got 21 points. Anyway, Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, Anna, and Lad-ish, you've all got 18 points as well. Why do you make these mean names for me? Really? Here comes your next question. This is question number 9. The Hawaiian dish poke is made from which fish? Salmon, red snapper, tuna, or catfish? Have you ever eaten poke? I have. It's quite delicious. But what's it made from? Time's up. And the correct answer we were looking for is option C, tuna. You maybe could have guessed that looking at the picture. I mean, it's quite clearly tuna in the picture. But to be fair, we did go for some other coloured fish. Or certainly fish that gets coloured after you cook it. Tuna's the right one though, 32.8% of you getting it right. And Just a Mum now takes the lead, 24 points. Joe King, he has 24. Just Your Mum, 69, has 21. Anna, you've got 18. And Who's the Daddy? You've got 18 as well. So 2 correct answers separate first from fifth, but everything could change. Here's your next one, number 10. Robin Williams named his daughter after one of the main characters from which Nintendo video game? Super Mario Bros., Kirby's Adventure, Bubble Bobble, or Legend of Zelda? So, what did he name his daughter? From which game? Now, she was just in the news, actually. Her name is Zelda, and 75.1% of you knew that, because it would have been Robin Williams' 69th birthday. So she's been sending £69 to every food bank, I believe it is. I think it's food bank, so it could be wrong, or something like that. Anyway, she's been sending out $69 to hundreds and hundreds of different charities, which is pretty cool in his name. Joe King and Just a Mum still both tied on 27. Just Your Mum, 24. Horror number 4, 21. Who's the Daddy, 21. Here's your next one, number 11. What is the oldest pub still in operation in Tonbridge? Is it the Man of Kent, the Ivy House, the Cardinal Lozera, or Ye Olde Checkers Inn? Nice picture of the old Hog's Head there. I bet a few of us have a few memories from there. I certainly do. Which is surprising, because I wake up most mornings not remembering anything. Yo checkers in is the correct answer. Clues in the name, 46.3%. It dates from around 1264, believe it or not. The present building is largely 16th century, but the inn dates from 1264. Isn't that insane? Still our top two, Just a Mum 85 and Joe King. You've both got 27 points and you're still tied. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel 24, Just Your Mum 69 and Horror Number 4 all on 24 as well. I'm with you, Hannah. That was a great pub, wasn't it? The Hog's Head back in the day. It's where everybody went back in the 90s. Show me age. Number 12, multiple answer. Select the 3 movies to be released by Pixar Animation Studios first. Bugs Life, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo and Toy Story 2. So the first 3 movies to be released by Pixar, what were they? Time is up. And the correct answers we were looking for here are A Bug's Life, Toy Story, and Toy Story 2. So a bit of a tricky one there. Toy Story was 95, Bug's Life 98, Toy Story 2 99, then Monsters Inc. was 2001 with Finding Nemo in 2003. But our top players are still there. Joe King and Just a Mum, 36. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 33. Horror Number 4, 33. And 360 No Scope has 30 points. Okay, great name. All right, so we didn't catch too many of you out with that one. Let's try another one, number 13. Which singer was born Anna Mae Bullock? Which singer was born Anna Mae Bullock? Was it Whitney Houston, Barbra Streisand, Aretha Franklin, or Tina Turner? Anna Mae Bullock. Time's up. Let's see what you've gone for. See if we can split our top 2 here. All right, correct answer is Tina Turner, and look at this, 65.5% of you getting it right. She actually started in Ike Turner's Kings of Rhythm under the name Little Lamb, so she then changed her name later in life. Joe King still leads, but it's Just a Mum tied with him on 39. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, just one correct answer behind them on 36. Horror Number 4, also on 36, and we've still got 360 No Scope on 33 in the top 5. That's your top 5, but our top 2 seem to be staying there. Let's see if we can get a question that will catch them out. In American football, how many points is a touchdown worth? In American football, how many points is a touchdown worth? 5, 6, 7, or 8 are your options. And your time is up. Are they going to stay 100%? Well, it looks like they are. Yeah, 6 points. 42.6% of you getting it right, and these two still haven't got one wrong. Joe King and Just a Mum leading the way, 42 points. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel and Horror Number 4 still there on 39, and 360 No Scope still there on 36. So for the last 3 or 4 questions, we've had the same top 5. Let's see if we can shake it up a bit as we move on to our next question in a second. We need some tricky ones to try and catch these guys out, because Joe King and Just a Mum, they look good tonight. All right, here's number 15. The olfactory nerves affect what sense in the brain? Sight, smell, hearing, taste, or touch? The olfactory nerves affect what sense in the brain? Sight, smell, hearing, taste, or touch? Time is up. We still can't catch them out. Smell is the correct answer, but 67.4% of you getting it, so it's not too difficult a question. It's the first cranial nerve and conveys special sensory information related to smell, but of course you knew that. Joe King in the lead from Just a Mum, both on 45. Horror Number 4, 42. You're still tied with Tarquin Biscuit Barrel on 42, and 360 No Scope still there on 39. Just 2 questions, 2 correct questions off the top spots. You need some people to get some wrong though. These top 2 look good. Number 16. What was the first city to reach a population of 1 million? What was the first city to reach a population of 1 million? London, Beijing, New York, or Rome? London, Beijing, New York, or Rome? Which of those cities had a population of 1 million first? Time's up. And we have caught a few of you out here. Now, the majority of you got it, 37.1%, but it was Rome. Of course, it was ancient Rome. It then took a long, long time, for almost 18 centuries, for London to catch up, and they would reach the milestone in 1800. But just like that, Tarquin Biscuit Barrel takes the lead, 45. Joe King and Just a Mum, they both got it wrong. They're on 45. Horror Number 4, 45. So it's a 4-way tie at the top, and 360 No Scope stays there on 39 in 5th place. All right, here's number 17. It's a true or false question. A single piece of macaroni is called a macaronus. So is just one piece of macaroni a macaronus? Is that true or is it false? 50-50 if you're not sure. See how lucky you are. Or maybe you're just incredibly clever, because 80.6% of you getting it, yeah, it's totally made up. Macaronis, don't think it means anything. And we still have this big four-way tie, but Joe King goes back into the lead because they got that one quickest. So Joe King, 48, Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 48, Just a Mum, 85, 48, Horror Number 4, 48, and 360 No Scope, 42. I do hope this stays all like this all the way. I want a really close one for our final quiz. That would be awesome. Here comes question number 18. In 1998, which Premier League team played Tonbridge Angels in a charity match in front of a record crowd of 2,412 people? Crystal Palace, West Ham United, Arsenal or Chelsea? It is the record crowd for Longmead. But which Premier League team did they play? All the way back in 1998. And you've got good memories, or maybe just big fans. Crystal Palace, 67.4%. And for those of you that are interested, it was Palace's first team, and they had Thomas Brolin playing for them, who famously in Euro 92 scored a goal against England, and Attilio Lombardo, who's now the assistant coach for Italy. They both played at Longmead. All right, top three now. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 51. Just a Mum, 51. Horror Number 4, 51. Joe King drops back to fourth on 48. And 360 No Scope, 45. Next question, number 19. In what month is the Earth closest to the Sun? Is it January, April, July or September? In what month is the Earth closest to the Sun? And your time is up. Let's see how you've all answered for this one. The correct answer was January, but just 21.7% of you getting it right, because you're thinking of our summer, but you shouldn't be thinking of our summer. It's winter when we're close. We're furthest away in early July, in fact. That's why it's so hot in Australia, etc. In January. Just a Mum got it and suddenly has an outright lead, 54 points. Joe King back into second, 51. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 51. Horror Number 4, 51. And 360 No Scope catches right up. They've got 48. So Just a Mum got it, and our top three got it wrong. Number 20, which other fairy tale character appears in the third act of Tchaikovsky's ballet The Sleeping Beauty? Is it Puss in Boots, Big Bad Wolf, Pinocchio or Snow White? One of them is in that ballet. But which one? This is a tricky one. Can't imagine many of you have watched Tchaikovsky's ballet. I certainly haven't. 20.2% only getting this one right, and look at this. None of our top guys got it. So Just a Mum. It's Puss in Boots, the answer. Puss in Boots does appear in the third act. But Just a Mum, Joe King, Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, Horror Number 4, and 360 No Scope. They all stay as they were. So the 20.2% of you that got that right and just bagged yourselves 3 points, you've just gained 3 points on our top 5, which is nice. 20 questions down, 30 to go. Here's number 21. In what year was the first internet domain registered? 1975, 1980, 1985 or 1990? Just the one ballet question tonight, I think, Litsa. I do hope you got it right. Time is up. So the first internet domain, when was it registered? You'll be surprised about this one, I think. It was 1985. And most of you went for 1980. I thought we'd catch you out with 1990 because that's generally when the internet kicked in. But the first domain name ever was symbolics.com, registered on March 15th, 1985. Just a Mum still with the lead, 57. But Tarquin Biscuit Barrel is right in second place now on 54. Joe King, 51. 360 No Scope is caught up on 51. And Horror Number 4 drops to 5th on 51. So 6 points separating our top 5 still. But it's all changed a little bit. 360 No Scope moves up a place. Number 22. What was the name of the woman in this picture who was the inspiration for this American cultural icon during World War II? Mary, Rosalind, Jemima or Bethany? So a history question here. Oh, this is nice. We've just heard that 360 No Scope is a 12-year-old. Fantastic. Come on. This is awesome. You can't have the prize if you come first. Second, third, fourth or fifth, you're fine. Rosalind, as in Rosie the Riveter. Sadly, she passed away earlier this year in March, but she was the inspiration for Rosie the Riveter. Just a Mum now has a 6-point lead. 60 points over Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 360 No Scope. And then we've got Joe King and Horror Number 4 on 51 points each. So we've just discovered that we have a 12-year-old in third place. This is pretty cool. And Steve, I'm with you. Thursday nights in the Hog's Head. Oh, we're still talking about that. Love it. Number 23. Which band refused to play the part of the Vultures in Disney's 1967 film The Jungle Book? Was it the Beatles, the Monkees, the Rolling Stones or the Grateful Dead? So, Disney wanted somebody to be the Vultures. But this band said no. Who said no? Time's up. It was the Beatles, and 47.7% of you got it right. It was John Lennon that poo-pooed the idea, but if you look at the picture, the vultures were indeed modelled on the Beatles, so they're meant to resemble them. I'm not sure who's who, and I'm not entirely sure who the bald one is on the left, but anyway. Just a Mum 63, 360 no scope into second with 57, Joe King 54, Tarquin Biscuit Barrel 54, and we have a newcomer, never going to quiz you up, into the top 5, well done you, 51. Number 24. The world's first postage stamp was introduced in which year? 1690, 1760, 1840 or 1910? Yes, Litzer, they did have bad Liverpool accents. If you've seen the movie, that would make that question a whole lot easier. Time's up. And let's see what you've gone for. Oh, you're good at this. Look at this. 1840 is the correct answer. It was, of course, the famous penny black featuring Queen Victoria, introduced in Great Britain in 1840. 53.2% of you get it. And Just a Mum retains a 6-point lead over our 12-year-old player, 360 no scope, who's on 60. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 57. Joe King has 54, and Never Going to Quiz You Up also has 54 points. We are approaching the halfway point. This will be your halfway question. Question number 25. It's the first letter question. What is the name of Garfield's pink girlfriend? A, B, C or D? Her name begins with A, B, C or D. Garfield's pink girlfriend. There she is in the little cartoon there. Everyone knows Garfield, everyone knows Odie, but what's the name of the girlfriend? Wow, look, we called a load of you out here. It's A for Arlene, and some of our top players did not get this. So A for Arlene, 18.9% only. Just a Mum got it wrong, 66. 360 no scope got it wrong. He stays on 60. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 57. The Dirty Duck into the top 5 now with 54. And Joe King drops to 5th, but still there on 54 points. So that was a tough one. If you're one of the 18.9 that got it, you've just caught up a little bit. And that was your halfway point. 25 more questions to go. Here's number 26. Look at the picture. Which country's flag is this? Mauritania, Malawi, Togo, Zambia. Yeah, Garfield has a girlfriend, and she's pink, and she's called Arlene. Come on, Batman and Catwoman, you've learned something tonight. So which country's flag are you looking at? The correct answer is Zambia. 29.9% of you getting it right. And look at this, our top 2 players got that one wrong as well. So it's a big chance here for everybody to catch up. Just a Mum 85, 66, 360 no scope 60. The Dirty Duck 57 into 3rd place now, but they are tied with Tarquin Biscuit Barrel. We're never going to quiz you up on 57, and it's all got a little bit close all of a sudden. Remember, prizes for the top 5 though. I do hope you got that right, Gary. If you were born in Zambia, that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Here we go, number 27. And it's multiple answer. Select the 3 animals that have the longest average lifespan. Giraffe, lion, hippo, Komodo dragon, African elephant. Oh, Gary, born in Zambia. Probably our only player born in Zambia, and you didn't recognise the flag. So, 3 animals that have the longest average lifespan. Let's see if this shakes up our top 5. We were looking for hippo, Komodo dragon, and the African elephant. A giraffe is 26, lion 12, hippo 45, Komodo dragon 50, African elephant is 65, and that is Jonathan the tortoise in the picture, who is currently the oldest known land mammal at 188 years. Just a Mum, 6 points still from 360 no scope, 75 to 69. Then the Dirty Duck 66, Tarquin Biscuit Barrel 66, and Joe King 63. So that didn't do too much to our top 5, but let's hope that lots of you got those points. Number 28. Young photo, look at the picture. Who is it? Winona Ryder, Sigourney Weaver, Cher or Audrey Hepburn? It is one of those 4 actresses slash singer. She's a singer actress, isn't she, one of them? 2 of them, I suppose you could say. You could definitely say that. But who is it anyway? Wow, this was a tough one for you as well. Look at this. It's Audrey Hepburn, believe it or not. And although it's an old photo, it looks too modern to be a young Audrey Hepburn, doesn't it? But guarantee it is her. 19.8% of you getting that one right. And people are catching Just a Mum up, but she's still got a 6-point lead. 75 points over the Dirty Duck in 2nd place with 69. 360 no scope is also there with 69 points. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 63. And good evening to the Sofa Spuds, who are into the top 5 for the first time. They have 63 points. Number 29. To the nearest round number, how many miles are in 10 kilometres? How many miles are in 10 kilometres? I ran 10 kilometres today. I don't do it in miles because 10 kilometres sounds further. But how many miles is 10 kilometres? Let's see what you've gone for. This is one of those really annoying questions. It's 6, but the majority of you got it just 54%. 6.21 miles to be absolutely exact. And it's a little bit of a change in our top 5. Just a Mum still with a 6-point lead then, 78 points, but it's now Dirty Duck, 72 points. 360 No Scope remains in the top 5 in third position with 69 points. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 66. And good evening to the Self-Isolation Society, who have 66 points, and they come into the top 5. Looking for one of those prizes for our top 5 players. Number 30. Look at the picture. This sketch was made in 2006 by the founder of which social media platform? MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram? So the founder of a social media platform drew that out and turned it into something that we know today. And this is tough, this one, because for me it looks nothing like this. I would have gone for Facebook as well, or possibly MySpace, but believe it or not, that was made by Jack Dorsey, who invented Twitter. 18.6% of you getting it right, and it's just got close again at the top. Just a Mum got it wrong. She's on 78. Dirty Duck is only 3 points behind her now on 75. 360 No Scope, 69 points. They've got a few wrong in just the last couple of questions. Self-Isolation Society moves up a place, 66. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel drops to 5th on 66 as well. Here's number 31. First letter question, look at the picture. What name is shared by these two characters? W, H, A, and T are your options. They both have the same name, those two characters. One from a sitcom, one from a cartoon. Now, it helps if you watch both, you'll get this straight away. One was a bit older though. So we were looking for A for April. 38.7% of you getting it right. You've got April Ludgate from Parks and Rec, and then April O'Neil from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Hero Turtles in the UK, cartoon from the 80s/90s. Just a Mum with that 3-point lead over the Dirty Duck. These two are stretching away a little bit from the Self-Isolation Society, who are on 69. 360 No Scope has got a few wrong now. 69 points, but still in the top 5. Never Gonna Quiz You Up has 66. Here's question 32. Construction of the famous Milan Cathedral began in 1386, but in what year was it completed? It's a beautiful cathedral. For me, there's not much more in Milan. I don't know if you guys have been. I was there this time last year, in fact. See the cathedral, have lunch, that's it. All right, time is up. Now, believe it or not, the correct answer is 1965. 23.7% of you only getting this. It was inaugurated, the final gate, on January the 6th, 1965. But to some degrees, it's still not completed because there are some statues waiting to be finished. But officially, 1965. Just a Mum, 81. Dirty Duck, 78. Self-Isolation Society, 72. Horror number 1, 69. And 360 No Scope got another one wrong. Come on, you can do this. You've got 69. You're still there in the top 5. Here's number 33. In the TV show Sex and the City, which of the 4 main characters was the first to get married on screen? Was it Carrie, Miranda, Samantha, or Charlotte? Now, I've said on screen because I have no idea if in their backstories going, you know, when they were younger, if any of them got married. I don't know. I never watched it. But I do know who was the first to get married on screen. I have double checked it. Let's see if you know it as well. Yeah, you do. 41.6% of you getting it right. In season 3, episode 12, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, Charlotte married Trey. Just a Mum, 85. 84, the Dirty Duck is one correct answer behind you. On 81, the Self-Isolation Society, 72. Dropping back a little bit. Tarquin Biscuit Barrel, 72. And the Sofa Spuds. We've lost 360 No Scope. 69 points for the Sofa Spuds. Our top 2 stretching out a little bit, but still loads of points to be had. Here's number 34. Which of the following is not owned by the Volkswagen Group? Bugatti, Skoda, Ducati, or Smart? 3 of them are owned by Volkswagen. 2 of them, one of them isn't. So that's a tricky-ish question, or is it? To be honest with this one, you don't need to know which ones they own. You need to know which one they don't own. And Smart is owned by Daimler. Yeah, the Smart, the little car, is not owned by Volkswagen. Just a Mum stays on 84. The Dirty Duck stay on 81. The Self-Isolation Society catch up a little bit with 75. Just Your Mum, 69, comes back into the top 5 on 72. And you're tied with the Sofa Spuds on 72. So things tightening up a little bit. Every time Just a Mum and Dirty Duck get one wrong, you guys can catch up. Here's number 35. Caledon Hockley was the antagonist in which movie? Caledon Hockley was the antagonist in which movie? Titanic, The Revenant, 7, or No Country for Old Men? 4 incredibly famous movies. Caledon or Caledon Hockley. He was the bad guy in which of those movies? And we've caught you out here. It's Titanic. It's Billy Zane's character in Titanic. Keldon or Caledon, I'm not sure which way around it is. 14.7% of you only getting that one right. And our top players did. Just a Mum, 87. Dirty Duck, 84. Self-Isolation Society, you've got 78. The Sofa Spuds, 75. And Just Your Mum, 69, have 75 as well. That was a tricky one. Thanks for that, Gary. Everyone was wondering. Number 36 in Roman mythology. Who was the goddess of truth? Minerva, Vesta, Juno, or Veritas? Kale. Okay, right. Yeah. Caledon. So I reckon it must be Caledon then, Hannah. If he was called Kale for short. It must be Caledon, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. Veritas is the correct answer. 69.6% of you getting it right. Minerva is wisdom. Vesta is family, home and hearth. And Juno was the goddess of goddesses. Just a Mum, 85, suddenly has a 6-point lead over the Dirty Duck, 84. Self-Isolation Society are catching up. They've got 81. Sofa Spuds, 78. Just Your Mum, 69. 78. I understood what you said, Hannah. Yeah, Kate called him Kale in the movie. So we're going to call him Caledon. That's fine. Number 37. Karaoke, look at the picture. What word or words have been removed? Have you removed run away, disappear, go and hide, or leave your beer? Thirsty work tonight. Getting through my water. Nearly run out. So, do you recognise the song? Do you recognise the karaoke? Disappear is the correct answer, and a massive 62.3% of you getting that one right. It's Beat It by Michael Jackson. Don't want to see your face. You better disappear. Just a Mum now has a 9-point lead because the Dirty Duck got it wrong. The Self-Isolation Society got it wrong. But anyway, Just a Mum, 93. Dirty Duck and Self-Isolation Society on 84. Sofa Spuds and Just Your Mum, 69. Both on 81. So big lead all of a sudden for Just a Mum. Can she hold on to it? Number 38. Look at the picture. It's a self-portrait photograph of which artist? Edgar Degas, Claude Monet, Camille Pissarro, Auguste Renoir. You could call it a selfie. Obviously, he's not holding onto the camera. Possibly clicking a button or a long timer. It is a selfie, isn't it? But who is it? It's a tricky one, this, and only 19.7% of you getting it right. It is Edgar Degas, taken all the way back in 1895. He did take the picture himself. Just a Mum, 85, 93. Still with 9-point lead over the Dirty Duck and the Self-Isolation Society, both on 84. Just Your Mum, 69, and the Sofa Spuds, you both got 81 points. So not everybody in our top 5 getting that one right. That was a chance to catch up if you were one of the 19.7% that got it. Here's number 39. Which of these singers was born the furthest from Tonbridge? Lord, Justin Bieber, Rihanna, Psy. Now that's how you create a Tonbridge question that isn't a Tonbridge question, really. You're welcome, everybody. So who was born the furthest away from Tonbridge out of those 4 superstars? It's Lord, 20.9%. She was born in Auckland, New Zealand. Bieber is from Canada. Rihanna from Barbados, and Psy is from South Korea. So Lord, by some margin, was born the furthest away. Just a Mum, 93, still 9 points over the Dirty Duck and horror number 1. But look at this, actually, we've got the Dirty Duck, horror number 1, Self-Isolation Society, all on 84. So horror number 1 into the top 3. Sofa Spuds, you're still there in the top 5 with 81. Number 40. Look at the picture, it's the logo for which sports company? Lotto, Mizuno, Asics, or Russell Athletic? That is the logo for which sports company? Now, I know this because I used to sponsor my rugby boots back when I used to play. And it's Mizuno, 54.3% getting that one right. And Just a Mum got it wrong. So it's a chance for people to catch up, and catch up they did. Just a Mum, 85. You still lead the way with a good 6-point advantage. 93 from the Dirty Duck on 87. The Sofa Spuds, the Self-Isolation Society, and the Oscots, or the Oscots. You're into the top 5 for the first time. All 3 of those teams have 84 points. So, Just a Mum, just 6 points in the lead now. 10 questions to go. Here's number 41. Local question. What was the main profession of Hugh Christie, OBE? Was he an architect, farmer, photographer, or footballer? Obviously, he gave his name to one of our most famous schools, which I went to, because Skinners wouldn't have me. Long story. Sob story. Anyway. Farmer is the correct answer. He was a farmer, 27.7%. He was actually a founder member of the National Farmers Union. And he was awarded the OBE for political and public services in Kent. But he was, by trade, a farmer. 27.7% of you then getting that. Just a Mum stays on 93. The Dirty Duck, the Sofa Spuds, both have 87. The Scots, sorry, 84. You've moved up a place. The Self-Isolation Society still in the top 5 on 84. I will in a second. Number 42, the Hershey Company, commonly known as Hershey, was founded in which US state? Oregon, Pennsylvania, Missouri, or Delaware? And my little niece has just got out of bed to say hello. Poppy, hello, darling. I hope you're having a nice evening. You should be in bed. You should be in bed. I bet your sister is. Anyway, private moment for us. Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania, famously, Hershey, Pennsylvania, 49.7% getting it right. Just a Mum, 85, 93, but she has been caught up by the Dirty Duck and the Sofa Spuds, who are just one correct question behind her now. 90 points for those two. Horror number 1 and the Scots, they're right there, though. They've got 87 points as well. So once again, Poppy, I know you're probably cuddled up on the couch with Mum and Dad, but you should probably go to sleep. Your sister is fast asleep, apparently. Twins. So different. First letter, look at the picture. What is the name of this classic Atari video game? G-A-M or E it begins with. G-A-M or E. What is the name of that classic Atari video game? Possibly one of the most famous Atari video games of all time for whatever reason. Now, the reason it was so famous is because it was so terrible. Now, if I tell you it begins with E and it's E.T. and you look at that picture, you'll realise how easy that question was if you look closely. Yeah, that was the rather disastrous game that was so bad that millions of unsold cartridges ended up being secretly buried in a New Mexico landfill and covered with concrete. Yeah, E.T. Just a Mum, 93. Horror number 1, 90. The Sofa Spuds, 90. The Dirty Duck, 90. And horror number 4, 87. Oh boy, it's close. Number 44, which regular character in Only Fools and Horses was played by Kenneth MacDonald? Was it Mike Fisher, Mickey Pearce, Denzel, or Royce Slater? Yeah, once you know it's E.T., you can see it, but I guess it could look like a little dinosaur. He was a little dinosaur, though, wasn't he? Maybe? Sort of. So who did Kenneth MacDonald play? He played Mike, the landlord of the Nag's Head, and 31% of you getting that one right. It's still tight at the top. Look at this. Just a Mum managing to hold on to her lead, but it's just one correct answer. She's got 96 with the Sofa Spuds on 93. Mag alone comes into our top 5. You've got 90. You're in third place. The Dirty Duck, 90 for fourth. And horror number 1, 90 points, and you are in fifth. Oh boy, it's a close one tonight. Here's number 45. In which European capital city would you find the world's heaviest building? Is it in Budapest, Belgrade, Bucharest, or Moscow? In which European capital city would you find the world's heaviest building? We've stuck a picture on there for you in case you wondered what it looked like. It is in Bucharest. It's the Palace of the Parliament, Palatul Parlamentului. It's the seat of the Parliament of Romania, and it literally weighs 4,098,500,000 kilos. It's the second largest building in the world after the Pentagon. And it's still tight at the top. Just a Mum, 96. Dirty Duck, 93. The Sofa Spuds, 93. Mag alone, 93. And horror number 1, 90. One correct answer, one incorrect answer changes everything here. 5 to go. Here's number 46. Which of these actors was not born in the 1980s? Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, obviously famous from the Harry Potter films, but which of them was not born in the 1980s? Just 3 to choose from. Will this change anything in our top 5? Oh, it has, but not in the way we thought it would do. Emma Watson, 47.1%. Daniel Radcliffe was born in 89. Emma Watson, 1990. Rupert Grint, 1988. And this is good timing for Just a Mum. She's just got that one right, and all of her nearest challengers seem to get it wrong. So it's Just a Mum, 99. The Dirty Duck, 93. Sofa Spuds, 93. Mag alone, 93. And Just Your Mum, 69. 93. What a question that was for Just a Mum. Dan, really? Number 47. Which of the following is not a character from Peppa Pig? Zoe Zebra, Pedro Pony, Sammy Snake, Emily Elephant. Poppy, help your mum. I know you like Peppa. I knew you'd get up and watch tonight, so I put a Peppa Pig question in. Come on, Poppy. Sammy Snake, some of you might remember from the TV show, Peter Kay TV show, Phoenix Nights. It was how can we describe it? An adult bouncy castle that was disguised to look like Sammy the Snake. Use your imagination. Just a Mum, still with that 6-point lead. 102, first to break 100 points. The Dirty Duck has 96. Just Your Mum 69, moves up with 96. The O Scots 93. The Sofa Spuds 93. We've got 3 questions remaining. Top 5 get prizes, remember. Here's number 48. It's a first letter question, and it's, remember the one you had earlier? Look again. What is the name of the shop business at this location in Tonbridge? S-H-O or P. We actually showed you it earlier. But can you remember what you saw? Phoenix Nights was truly wonderful, Batman and Catwoman. I'm with you on that. Best thing Peter Kay ever did, ever. It's S for Santander. Well done if you managed to get that one. It looks like Just a Mum did, so she's still got that 6-point lead. Just Your Mum 69 chasing her down 99. The Sofa Spuds 96. The Self Isolation Society 96. And Just a Small Town Girl. Anyway, you've just got into the top 5 for the first time with just 2 questions remaining. Woo! All right, this one's important. Here's your penultimate question. This will be number 49. In the classic TV show Bullseye, how many prizes in total could be won on Bully's prize board? 7, 8, 9 or 10? What a show this was. We're talking about Phoenix Nights being brilliant. Wasn't the original Bullseye good? Oh, wonderful. 7, 8, 9 or 10? How do you get this right? I don't know. There were 8 red segments plus the bullseye, so it would be 9, 39.2. And I tell you what, I think Just a Mum has just clinched this quiz with that question. She has 108. Just Your Mum 69 has 99. The Sofa Spuds 96. The Dirty Duck 96. And Horror Number 1 has 96. It comes down to your final question tonight. Remember, top 5 guaranteed a prize. And here is your final question of your final Big Tonbridge Online Pub Quiz. Number 50. Select 3 fairy tales written by Hans Christian Andersen. The Ugly Duckling, Thumbelina, Little Red Riding Hood, The Princess and the Pea and Cinderella are your options. 3 of them are written by Hans Christian Andersen. Will we get anybody breaking into the top 5 and grabbing themselves some cupcakes? Time is up. The Ugly Duckling is correct. Thumbelina is correct. And The Princess and the Pea are correct as well. And the other 2 were by the Brothers Grimm. And look at this. We did have a bit of a change at the end. But let's say a big fat well done to Just a Mum 85. And it's maybe fitting that she's taken the win tonight, being our most successful player, I would say, since we started this all the way back in April. So Just a Mum 85, well done to you. And we will say 3, 2, 1... Sprinkles, there you go. Just a Mum 85, well done to you. You are our winner tonight. But let's have a look and see who's bagged themselves cupcakes. The Self Isolation Society, very well deserved for you as well. You were there all the way. But look at this, from nowhere, Leno gets into the top 5. And you pick up some cupcakes, having not been in the top 5 whatsoever. But look how close this was. The Orscotch, you get cupcakes, 105. Horror Number 1, you get cupcakes with 105. And bad luck to Horror Number 4 and Just a Small Town Girl, who also finished on 105, but were just slightly slower on that final question. Nosy Noisy, you're in the top 10, 102. The Williams, you've got 102. And Just Your Mum 69, who was right there in second place, just a couple of questions behind. Yeah, you finished up in 10th place. So well done to all of our winners. Let's have a look. Poppy got the Peppa Pig question right. That's my 7-year-old niece there. Her twin sister is fast asleep. She's got up to watch me, which is absolutely fine. Thank you, Gary. Well done, Just a Mum, he says. And I totally agree. I think it's, like I say, very, very nice for Just a Mum to win tonight, because she was being quite brilliant this evening. And Steve, you're asking if there's prizes for 25th. Well, yes, there is. Now, listen, everybody, we're going to run through the prizes and then we've got some other stuff to talk about. So do not disappear. I'm not going to end this feed just yet. Let's quickly see if we can find who has won our prizes. So it might be Stephen here, because 25th place Stephen wins you a gift set from Jarvis Beauty. So if that was you, please drop me a quick line, because we would we need to get your details. So any prize winners here, you must send me a message on the Facebook page. You can find me on there quite easily on the Big Tonbridge Pub Quiz page. Get on there and make sure you contact me so that we can get your prize. Let's see what else we've got here. So second place would be, the second prize would be 50th place. And that's Sports GB Massage. Thanks again to Graham for being such a sport and looking after us all this time, all these months. 50th place, if that was you tonight, please let us know. You've won yourself a massage from Sports GB Massage. Then we've got the prize that an awful lot of you wanted to get a bag tonight. Were you in 75th place tonight? Because you're going to win the incredibly special prize of a signed first edition of Sid and Biscuit Bear, plus the original watercolour illustration that is in the book. You can see the illustration just there, and that's coming from Shannon J. Mulver. Her pen name is SJ Mulver. And please support your local artists, as I say, and order that book for your kids. Maybe it's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and you can order from most bookstores. And if you want to get in touch with Shannon for any reason to purchase a book directly and get it signed, let me know, and I will put you in touch with her directly, because she does have a few first editions that maybe, if she hasn't given them all away so far or sold them all, maybe you'll be able to get your hands on one of those. We've still got more prizes to give away. Did you finish in 100th place this evening? Thanks to Personal Touch, Kent and Neil. Thank you so much, mate, for being such a sport again and looking after us for all of these weeks. 100th place tonight will bag you a £20 gift voucher for B&Q. And thanks to Personal Touch as well for everything they do with our charity, which, of course, as you know, is Sustain. And then 125th place tonight, all the way down in 125th. So what? You've just won yourself a boxed afternoon tea for two from A Spot of Tea. And if you want to order yourselves in a bit of a treat, maybe in the office or just as a nice treat on a Sunday afternoon, perhaps, look them up. There's their telephone number, and look up their Facebook or Instagram. And again, you can find them on our Facebook page, on the quiz Facebook page. We've got all of the details over there. And remember, if you've had a good time tonight, I really want to push this up. Let's see if we can at least reach £3,500 tonight. If you haven't made a donation before, tonight's the night to do it. Please go to justgiving.com/fundraising/Sustain Food Bank and make a donation to our chosen charity, which is the Sustain Food Bank. And you can be reassured that every penny that you donate to them is going to be ring fenced and used purely for the work of Sustain. It will go towards buying food in order to give to people that really are in bad situations. And we've said before, if you're someone that might need or benefit from the help of a food bank, there's no problem with that. Just look them up on our Facebook page, or you can visit them between 12 and 2, but we do advise contacting them beforehand if you can. Let's go back over to our main screen and just have a quick peek. Oh, we're down by the lake. Look, a few fishermen, and now we've got some Irish dancing, which is all lovely. All right, so we've got 25th, which we think might have a claim there. All right, okay, we've got a few things to talk about. Okay, so look, in theory, guys, this is your last ever Big Tonbridge online pub quiz, and I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and it's been quite brilliant. As I have said, though, on Facebook, this doesn't mean that you're never going to get to see me again, or, you know, if you want to see me, and you're never going to not get to quiz again. Now, the first thing we will do is some free quizzes, but they will be theme quizzes, and we'll do them sporadically. We'll give you plenty of notice. We're going to do some themes. We'll do a little vote to see which ones you like, but we like the idea of maybe doing a family-friendly Harry Potter one. We know that Friends might be very popular. We know a lot of the lads would like a football quiz. Now, I can do these as and when I've got the time, not necessarily even on a Sunday, but we will talk about that on the Facebook page. So make sure you stay liking the Facebook page, because you know, there's a lot of things that we can still do for you. But some of you have been asking, well, I'll tell you what's happened first of all. I've had people saying, can they send me a little gift and things like that to say thank you. You know, some of our sponsors have said they'd like to send me a cake or whatever, and I've always politely declined, because they're small businesses and they don't need to send anything to me. But the reason that you can't send anything to me, and it's about time I tell you where I am, is because I'm not in Tonbridge. And some of you may have caught on that I am overseas, and indeed, yes, I am. And I dropped a picture in tonight into a question, and this is where I live and I work. I think it's about time I tell you all. I am Tonbridge born and bred, but I have been living in Bucharest and running my own company in Bucharest, in Romania, for the last 10 years, and that's where I'm sitting right now. Now, the palace is not outside my door, but it's only a little stone's throw down the street, not too far from me. But there you go. For those of you that have been wondering where I live and what I do, I actually live in Romania, in Bucharest, but I'm a frequent visitor to the UK. The only problem that I have at the moment, despite having lots of trips planned for the UK, is that there's a 2-week quarantine for anybody arriving from Romania, which is a real problem for me, because I don't have the time to stay in England for 2 weeks. The most I can manage usually is between 5 and 7 days. So all of my trips at the moment are up in the air, but I am planning on getting back, and when I do, I will be visiting Sustain, I'll be visiting Wink and all the guys down at Tonbridge Angels, and one of the plans that we have in the pipeline is soon-ish, sometime this year, probably after the football season starts, autumn, winter, whenever we can get back to normal and we're allowed to get a little bit closer together, we will run a live quiz in person, which I will come and host at the Tonbridge Marquee, the Tonbridge Angels Marquee. We'll bring you all together. We'll do it completely for charity. We've got a few charities that we want to raise money for, as well as sustain. Now, there is something else, and I feel slightly embarrassed putting this to you, but some of you have already done this without me asking, and then others are saying, can we do it? Is it okay? I want to tell you that I do host 2 other quizzes every single week from Romania, and we call it the Big British Bucharest Quiz. Now, I started this nearly 10 years ago when I moved here, and we started it for expat friends, and it grew eventually to being recognised as the biggest quiz night, regular quiz night in the whole of Europe, as recognised by the British Quizzing Association, which was rather lovely. We were averaging around 250 people every week, and we still do, not at the moment because we're in lockdown, but we do have a tremendously large quiz that we do here. Now, I run an English-speaking quiz, and a lot of the questions that you've heard tonight are the questions that I write for my quiz that I already do. It's run by my company. Now, the reason that I'm slightly embarrassed to tell you about it, but I will show you, is because it's these quizzes that keep my company alive. So let me quickly explain. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just trying to get cash out of you or something awful like that, because I'm really not. But just by popular demand, I'm going to put this on here so that some of you can see how you can continue playing every single week, twice a week. Now, first of all, this is what I do for a living. Now, the picture in the top left-hand corner is actually a quiz for 400 people, a private quiz. And if you do know your Romanian sports, you might recognize George Hagi there, who I've worked with a number of times, and probably the most famous Romanian, apart from Ceausescu perhaps, in the top right hand corner, that's Nadia Comaneci, who I have worked with a few times as well. She actually lives in the States, but when she's back here, I have done quite a few gigs with her, which is great, and that's me presenting down there, as you've seen. Now listen, I don't want to try and ask anybody for money. That's never why I started doing this, but if you want to be able to access the passwords in order to play every Wednesday night, which is when we do a general knowledge quiz, just like the one you've just played, or every Saturday night as well, so you get Wednesday and Saturday. Saturday night is always themed. The one coming up is called Planes, Trains and Automobiles. It's going to be about cars and planes and everything else in between. We have a Patreon site. Now, Patreon is set up for people to contribute to a company in order to keep them solvent, and that's what we had to do in March in order to keep our company alive. And we don't ask for much money at all. As you can see, it works out about 50p a quiz. It's €5, which is £4.50 a month. Listen, there's no obligation for anybody to come over, but what I will say is that we have, because the donation that you make to Patreon is taken on the 1st of every month, I don't want anybody to do it right away. If you guys want to play on Wednesday night for our general knowledge quiz, and next Saturday for our Planes, Trains and Automobiles quiz, you're all very welcome to come and play completely for free, and I will feed you the passwords so that you can all come and play. Please bear in mind that we play it earlier because we are 2 hours ahead, so the timings will be 6 o'clock. So every Wednesday and Saturday at 6. The next 2 you can come and play completely for free to try them out. But then if you want to quiz twice a week, every week with tons of prizes, the prizes, of course, you'll have to wait for until I can come to England and deliver them to you, but you can support my company in doing so. €5 a month. I'll post those details on the Facebook page. Again, apologies for sort of giving you that. Should we go to Tonbridge, or should we? Yeah, let's stay in Tonbridge because that's we're on there. No, let's go to the go back to Romania so you can see a bit of Romania. There we go. All right, so look, there you go. That's the playing screen. We don't want that. There you go. That's my big reveal. It's not that big a deal. I do live overseas and I do run a company, and some of you are already doing this, so I just figured I should let everybody know that you can come and still play. So anyway, there you go. It's been an absolute pleasure since the start of April the 12th, I think, was the first one that we did with you guys, and to say that it's exceeded my expectations, it's just been fantastic. We've raised nearly £3,500 for Sustain, and hopefully we will top £3,500 by the time you guys have finished making your donations. And I hope this isn't the last time we see each other, because we will have the regular quizzes that I run here in Bucharest for the world. We have players from all over the world that play that one, even though it's called British Bucharest Quiz. I hope some of you come and join that, but you can play for free for the next 2, which is lovely. And we will return for Tonbridge only and do some theme quizzes in due course. So I'll do a write-up for you for the final time over on Facebook in the next 15 to 20 minutes. But once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being with us and playing along, and well done to Lindsay, my little sister, for coming up with this whole idea and suggesting that we should do that. Thanks everybody, and you have a wonderful rest of your evening.